Dear Teacher Thai, first thank you for helping me transform my life. 2 years ago I was here, extremely depressed, very anxious. I was laying in the back of the room on the floor, and I could really not, it was coming through even though I was in that state. And I put a question in the bell, and I felt that you were answering it in your talk and talking to me. You said that people feel a storm of the mind when they're going through depression. And for now, that storm has subsided. And I'm sitting up front, and I hear everything. And it's been wonderful. And thank you for that and helping me. My question is, one of my biggest fears in my life has been losing my mother or people in my family that I feel close to. And I was wondering how I can transform this fear.
We can look deeply to see that our mother is not only out there, but in here. Our mother, our father are fully present in every cell of our body. And we carry them into the future. So we can learn to talk to the father and the mother inside. I have done that several times, talking to my mother, my father, my ancestors in me. I know that I am only a continuation of them. I'm not a separate person, just a continuation. And with that kind of insight, you know that even the disintegration of the body of your mother outside, your mother still continues in you, and especially in the energies that she has created in terms of thought, speech, and action. In Buddhism, we call that energy karma. Karma. Karma means action. Action, triple actions: thinking, speaking, and doing. And if you look deeply, you see already the continuation of your mother in you and outside of you. Because every thought, every speech is action of hers now continue with or without that body. So you have to see her more deeply. She is not confined to that body. And you also, you are not confined to this body. It's very important to see that. Every day we produce thought, speech, and action, and that is our continuation. When I look like this, I see myself, my continuation already. I see my continuation in my students, in my friends, a little bit in the world. And when I practice walking meditation, I want to make sure that every step of mine can bring stability and freedom and joy. And every step like that is a self-transmission to my friends, to my disciples. And I know they have received it, many have received it, and they will bring me into the future. I'm not dying. Is it possible for me to die? So this is the wonder of Buddhist meditation. With the practice of looking deeply, you can touch your own nature of no birth and no death. You touch the nature of no birth or no death of your father, your mother, in you and around you. And only the insight, that insight can reduce and remove the fear. Salvation not by faith, but by insight. Thank you.
Dear Venerable Thai, first of all, thank you for your light, truly. My question to you is, I know oftentimes I struggle with judging, and I think I'm getting better with judging other people. And when I do judge other people, I'm always happy to be proven wrong. The hardest part, however, about my judging is when I start to judge other people for their judgments, or when I judge other people for what I believe is judgmental, or they're being too judgmental. How can I overcome this type of judging of judging?
When you look at one person, you look deeply enough in order to see that that person is made of a lot of elements, including society, education, parents, ancestors, culture, and so on. If you have not seen all these elements, you have not seen that person. If that person has the tendency to judge like that, it does not mean that she or he judging, but he has received a seed from many other sources. So when you see like that, you don't suffer anymore, and you may have compassion for him or for her. That person may be just a victim of transmission. The negative things in him or her has been transmitted to him or to her by society, by parents, by ancestors, by culture. And you are motivated by the desire to do something in order to change the environment, the culture, so that the next generation will not be victim like that. And in yourself, there is no anger, there is compassion and a strong energy, the desire to act with compassion. You don't suffer anymore. And when you look deeply into yourself, and if you notice some strength, you don't say that, well, you are not proud, because you know that this kind of strength, whether it is talent, skillfulness, or joy or happiness, you know that you have inherited it from your ancestors, your parents, your culture, and so on. I am only the continuation of them. They have passed on these things to me. I'm not arrogant about that. And if you see some negative things in you, you don't have any complex. These things like fear, anger, discrimination may have been transmitted to you by your parents, your ancestors. They have not been able to transform it. That is why they have passed them on to you. And as you have a chance to encounter the Dharma, you have a chance to transform that, so that you will not transmit it to your children anymore. So in both cases, there is no judgment. There's only understanding, compassion, and a desire to act in order to transform.